Here are some decisions throughout owning your boat, as well as when you buy it, to potentially earn you thousands on its resale value. One thing people rarely think about doing, but is so easy to do, is keeping good maintenance records. Keeping good records can be as simple as writing down the work that was done and keeping the receipts that the shop gives you. Those receipts should show what was done to your boat, when it was done, how much it cost, and they should also have the hours on your boat engine. If the shop you're talking to is a dealer for your boat or the engine, they may also be able to get a service history for you. Keeping these records and receipts gives the next owner assurance that you've done the work and that it's ready to pass hands. Another tip along the same lines is to keep a record of where your boat was used. Giving that little bit of extra history can help the next buyer be more comfortable with your boat. Another way to add resale value to your boat is to add a kicker. Money that you spend on this today will pay off again in the future. Not only is the kicker good for trolling, but it also adds another resale benefit people often overlook. Every hour you spend trolling on your kicker is an hour that is taken off of your main motor. Let's say you have two anglers. Both are buying the same boat. They take equally good care of it. Only difference is that one has a kicker. So boat number one is spending all of his time trolling on the main engine, and boat two was using the kicker. Boat two has lower engine hours on the main engine, as well as having the kicker for an additional piece of equipment for the next angler. Which one do you think someone's going to want to buy? This also works to an extent with electronics. Any boat that has a trolling motor and a good couple graphs is going to sell better. And brand actually matters too. Humminbird, Lowrance, Garmin, and Minn Kota. These are all brands that people know and actively shop for when looking at a used boat. Anything past that though, you're going to start seeing diminishing returns. The electronics industry is constantly evolving, changing, updating, and releasing new technology. Adding more and more isn't always going to mean more and more on the back end. Get the equipment you're actually going to use and enjoy while you own your boat. And while we're talking about electronics, here is one tip that can save you from potentially doing some serious damage to your resale value. Get your rig work done professionally. Some people think, maybe I'll do my own rig work, save some money. The truth is, rig work is tough. It ends up being more of an art than a science. And our riggers, they're artists. Our tech Justin has been with us for years. Today I had a quick conversation with him, detailing some of the worst things he's seen when people try to do their own rigging.
Running crappy wire, no fusible links, and loose connections. That's a big one.
When you see that like on a boat, you can tell like it wasn't done right.
It wasn't professional that did it. Kind of tell. Not as neat. Wires aren't ran as nice. So.
And down in the future, you would expect these aren't going to work forever, especially with how they have it rigged.
Yeah, we usually see it comes back pretty quick. So it's usually the problems.
Not only does having your boat rigged in a shop mean that everything's going to work correctly, it also means that they're drilling less holes in the boat. This is such a huge deal when it comes to resale value. Say in this fiberglass boat here, you're installing a graph here. You're also going to have to drill holes for the connectors there. Say a few years down the line, you're adding another graph up here. Then you maybe change the mount for your main graph. Eventually, before you know it, your boat starts to look like Swiss cheese. It's in everybody's best interest to have their rig work done professionally. It's going to work, it's going to last longer, and it'll look nice. All of these things add up to better resale values in the future. Some resale decisions actually happen when you're buying the boat. One of the biggest is the brand that you choose. If you're looking at a Lund, a Ranger, or a Skeeter, these are companies that have been around for a long time, have large customer bases, and there's a lot of people looking for them on the used market. When you give people fewer unknowns, when they recognize the name on the side of the boat, it gives you a higher resale value. Here's one of the easiest things to do, and probably one of the most ignored. Keep your boat clean. You don't need to spend 6 hours detailing it after every trip. But when you pull the boat out of the water, take a couple minutes and wipe it down. If you start seeing hard water spots forming on the hull, don't just let them build up for the next 5 years. A simple water-vinegar mixture in a spray bottle can help break down those mineral deposits on the side of your boat before it turns into a thick, caked-on mess. And a boat that's covered in years of mineral buildup immediately feels like it wasn't cared for, even if mechanically the engines are perfect. And that goes for the inside too. No one wants to climb into a boat they're thinking about buying and find marine mat covered in fish guts, dirt ground into the carpet, old bait sitting in a compartment, and live wells that smell like they haven't been opened since last summer. Clean your floors, clean your seats, vacuum the compartments, and clean your live wells. If you take care of the little stuff consistently, you won't be left with a massive detailing project 5 years into the future. The biggest theme we've talked about today is pretty simple. If you want a high resale value, take care of the little things, because they add up. Keep your hours on the main engine reasonable and use a kicker when it makes sense. Do your yearly service and keep receipts. Have your electronics installed professionally so that they're done correctly. Buy equipment and boat brands people actually recognize, and keep the thing clean. None of these things are especially difficult to do on their own, and at the end of the day, they add up to a higher resale value for your boat. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and like below, and tune in next time for our next video.